point, and we said we want to move it to Maple Leaf Gardens. He goes, "You guys are nuts. You got a sold-out show. There's money in the bank. Blah blah blah." Right? Yeah, but we can't do our show. Move it to Maple Leaf Gardens. He said, "I won't pay you." I said, "Fine, don't pay us. Doesn't matter. We'll promote the show ourselves, but we're going to play Maple Leaf Gardens." So we worked for free basically, except we got 95% of the door. We sold it out, and he made no dough, and we made all the money. But,
nice.
But it was a great place to play just because it was hometown. Other than that, anywhere in Chicago was just an amazing place to play for us. The fans were rabid. Opening act wouldn't last more than 5 minutes. They get booed, bothered, stoned, whatever, lightered off the stage.
That's funny.
Be asleep at the hotel going, tour manager phone, the limo's outside, get in it. And I go, why? Opening act syndrome.
Oh, wow.
You got to go on earlier,
Yeah, there's some bands Chicago's just gravitated to.
UFO,
one of my all-time favorite bands. It's the one area that they always had. They did their live album there, but I just went to see them there recently, and they do clubs pretty much everywhere else. Michael's not in the band, but there they played the House of Blues, which is a big House of Blues in Chicago, and I've never seen a building more packed in my life. And they were rabid and into it, and it felt like you were at the Strangers in the Night show. I'm like, man, there is something going on in Chicago with the with UFOs. I guess they're
but
bands.
That's also unique to other cities. I mean, I've been seen 2 or 3 different shows on a tour, and I was like, the city is a little more laid back or just not as into it, and then the energy in this city is over the top. So I guess it's kind of.
Where is in your baseball playing career, which is weird to talk about in the past tense now, but you talk about the favorite buildings you played, but where was the place you felt the most energy on the field? What stadium? Is there a stadium that or an event, the World Series, I would imagine, right?
Oh, for me it was Shea Stadium, no question. As far as the one thing that I've said before, in New York, irrespective of anywhere else, is like if we're behind by a run or two and then we get a guy on in the 8th or the 7th inning, and then you can just kind of feel that, people. Whereas in other towns are just a little bit more kind of laid back, and they wait for the big hit. But at Shea, they always anticipated the big hit. So it's kind of like pressure for you. You're like, if I can get a hit.
When you came
if I get a hit
up,
here, this place
he was the savior. So every time he came up, everything stopped.
And I say that with all. And again, I played every stadium, but it's just there's something about Shea that if we were down by a couple runs and it was late or the 9th inning, and you get a few guys on, it's just the electricity starts to go crazy.
But I'm not saying this just because you're my friend, but that's
and
you.
I mean that.
But that's because of you. I'm not just...
No,
Mike, I'm being honest with you. I've been going to Met games since 1974. No, I'm not blowing smoke. It's because this guy, when you came to the plate, the hot dog vendor would stop for a second to look because...
But I would play with Fonzie or John Olerud. Those guys got big. It was that same thing, too. We have good teams that when we went to the World Series.
Yeah, I'm not taking it away from the team. I'm just saying the threat of what you brought when you came to the plate was what made that buzz in the air. The one thing as a Met fan that kills me, because they run it constantly, and I want to kill someone, because the Yankees network here in New York is called the Yes Network, okay? And I'm a Met fan my whole life. And they play this clip. It's basically like a Yankee propaganda channel where they just play Yankees everything 24/7. But in basketball, I'm a New Jersey Nets fan, and they carry the Nets game, so I watch the channel for that. So during commercials, they'll play like great Yankee moments, and they constantly play the World Series when you made the last out in 2000. What's amazing about that is it's like, Joe Buck has the call, and it's like, Piazza gets into one, and you talk about that energy and that whole vibe, like you hear on the TV. It's like, he just settled under it at the warning track, and it's like, and the Yankees win the World Series. And it's like, as a Met fan, it's like the worst thing because here's Mike, he's just about to have this huge hit. You hear the crowd go nuts, and then the air just comes out of the balloon. Season over. Who caught that again? I forget who caught that.
Probably Bernie. But that was actually my best swing I ever had against Rivera, too. He was tough.
But it was like, because it sounded like you got it. It was like, there it is.
Thanks for reminding me that.
Yeah, that's really...
Well, I'm not reminding you.
I really need a beer.
The friggin' Yes Network plays it 35 times a day. It's in heavy rotation. It's not me. All right.
They don't show my bombs at the stadium.
No, they don't call you taking Clemens deep a million times.
Or Jeff Nelson.
Exactly.
Show that one once in a while.
Exactly. Let's go to Joe in Jersey. Joe, you're on the air with the 2 mics. What's happening? Hey, man. You're good. It's not his. It's not his choice, right,
Yeah,
Mike?
it's not.
It's
Well,
It's not the player's choice.
I'm pretty sure. Oh, thanks, dude. Thanks,
But it's
Joe.
not. It's not the player's choice, is it, Mike?
Not as well. The veteran committee now, yeah, because
Now it is your choice.
no, it's not. Yeah,
No, it's not. It's not his decision.
the veterans. Yeah, Carter. I'm sure Carter wanted to go in as a Met, but he went as an Expo, Montreal.
You don't know that Mike is actually going. Mike is going in as a Florida Marlin. He didn't tell you that. Was that the best
I don't
week
know.
in your career, Mike?
It was 11 days. That's 5 RBIs in that 7 game. Okay.
He's going to go in as a Padre, an A, or as a Marlin.
Start quoting my stats.
Yes, an Oakland A,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so what's your question for Mike Levine?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
All right, Joe, thank you. It sounds noisy there. We appreciate the calls.
He's got kids too.
Exactly, absolutely. And what are they doing up at this hour? Ben, you're on the air with the two mics. What's happening?
How are you, Ben?
We're both doing good.
Good question.
It's been actually remastered to death, I think. Now. Remastered. No, but actually we have a new greatest hits in the can.
Oh, cool.
That's been not just remastered but remixed.
Oh, wow.
So it sounds like it was, the songs that were recorded in the 1970s sound like they were recorded in 2004 and 5 and 6. So it's very interesting.
Did you oversee that? The
Yeah,
mixing?
yeah. Using today's technology to
Digital.
yeah, it's pretty awesome. Like it blew
Yeah.
my mind. Like I was not a big fan of. I said I think it's a really dumb idea. Like, let's not do it. You're going to lose the magic of what it had. And then, sure. Yeah.
Nothing changed in the 20-something years it's been out. Are you wondering if he wants to come clean about something now, Ben?
Overdubs and stuff.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, what happened was Kiss admitted after saying for years that it wasn't a lot, that it was truly live, that a lot of it was re-recorded, and the producer said it, Eddie Kramer, and all that. So, I mean, he's wondering. I guess if after you want to make some sort of confession on the air about the Triumph Live album.
I'll have to talk to my lawyer first.
Yeah, really. Hey, Ben, the
Get
guys.
the attorneys involved.
Yeah, that's right.
$3.50 an hour.
The guys just got back together. We don't want to cause problems.
You're on the clock.
I need a new bill. I
Wait,
haven't paid any
you're on
attorney's fees in a
you're
while.
on the clock right now, dude. You better be careful.
Holy shit, my lawyer's called.
Oh, watch the S word.
Oh,
Thank
sorry.
you. It's all right. Here's what I want to do. I want to play Allied Forces because we talked about that. What a great track. I want to play the title track from that. I also am being told that Richie Kotzen is lost, finding his way here. So we want to try to address that and help him if we can.
That means no beer.
Unless he has beer and he's lost with it, then we really got to get
My
him here.
kingdom for a beer.
We'll see what we can do about that in this last hour. Let's play Allied
I have a
Forces.
refrigerator here.
What you
Do I have to go down and get it now?
Yeah, come on,
Let's go
Mike.
to
Step
Target
up,
or
will you?
something.
All right, here's Triumph and Allied Forces, the title track, this great song from the band. Mike Levine hanging out, Mike Piazza in the studio as well, and we'll do our best to reel in Richie Kotzen wherever he may be in New York City. It's Eddie Trunk, classic Triumph.